Southern Vangard Radio, this is DJ John Doe, and to the left of me is my man.
Woo. What up, homie? Cappuccino Meeks.
Cappuccino Meeks.
Sunday night.
Eddie Cappuccinos, I remember his motherfucking East Macklemore, me.
In the lab getting right.
Me.
Yeah, man.
What's going on, man? Oh, wait, hold on.
What's up?
There we go.
Yeah, it must be Sunday night.
There we go.
And we popped that beer in remembrance of Lee Scratch Perry.
Absolutely. Thank you. I was going to get into that, but you beat me to the punch.
Yeah. And I don't want to be biased. Rest in power to Ed Asner as well.
No doubt. Those are the only rest in pieces we got to get out the.
Yeah, that's
we
enough.
Got to get to it. Okay, that is enough. You're right.
That's enough. I didn't really fuck with Ed Asner over the years, man, until he did some voiceover work on the Boondocks. I thought it was pretty dope.
He was ill with the voiceovers, wasn't he?
Yeah, he was pretty.
Not
ill.
just the Boondocks. Like I think that was a lot of his like work later in his career.
Life,
maybe.
Really?
I think so.
Yeah.
I think so.
He got down on the Boondocks though.
Yeah,
I think it was the episode where Grandpa opened up the restaurant called the Itis.
Yes.
And
yeah, that's a classic.
You could eat and go to sleep in that motherfucker. Because he had the Luther Vandross burger, which was like a full pound of ground beef stuck between two Krispy Kreme glazed donuts and slathered in mayonnaise type shit. Yeah, man.
Mayonnaise,
man.
Was it mayonnaise, or were you just putting your own flavor on it there? Was it really mayonnaise?
I mean, that's how you say mayonnaise, ain't it? My bad.
Nah, I like it.
Do you really say mayonnaise?
I don't say mayonnaise. I say mayo.
You say mayo?
Yeah, I say mayo. That's some white people shit. That's some white people shit in. I say mayo.
The other way is mayonnaise. You don't say mayonnaise?
I don't say mayonnaise.
You say mayo.
Yeah, so I don't say
I
mayo.
think they write mayo on the jar now.
Do they?
Which is probably...
Well, that's what we do. We want to fucking shorten everything. We don't... I mean, you can't... It's not fucking Dunkin' Donuts anymore. It's just Dunkin'. It's not Kentucky Fried Chicken anymore. It's just KFC.
Well, you know, the reason why it's just KFC is because they really can't say chicken anymore. Because apparently they grow them fucking birds and jaws. They don't have beaks or feet or none of that shit.
Oh, that's not stop. That's no good.
So legally they can't say chicken.
That's one hell of a way to get around.
That's a loophole. A loophole for your ass. Well, what about KFC?
That way, it doesn't mean that we're technically selling
And they've been
chicken.
calling us KFC for years. I think we're golden, people. I think we're golden.
Genius. I wonder if the Colonel will approve of this. Oh, God.
Colonel doing backflips in his grave.
How was your weekend, my brother?
My weekend was a bust, man.
Oh, no.
It started Friday night. I had that TV crew on in the parking lot of my building.
Yeah, I told you I saw those cop cars in the parking lot. That did not look like a good place to be.
Yeah.
Fake or not.
It was cool, but it's just, I think I got to work at 8 a.m. that day. I didn't leave that motherfucker to almost midnight. You know what I'm saying? God. So super long day.
That movie shit ain't glorious either.
It's not.
People
and
have
them
no idea.
motherfuckers is irritating as fuck too, man. It's like, you know, they think they cut you a check for $4,000. And then they just got carte blanche of the place, you know. Hey, we need these gates open, and can you cut these lights off? And well, if you can't get these lights off, we're gonna take the covers off and snatch the light bulbs out.
Let's make it clear.
I said, wait a minute now.
The high executive management thinks it's a great thing.
Hey, man,
because they don't have to do all the shit.
And I know they don't listen, so I will share this with you. That'll be the last time I allow some mugs on at my building, man. It just ain't worth it.
Yeah,
it just ain't worth it, man.
Yeah,
it should have been like $40,000. Good night, bro. You good?
Yeah.
All right, man.
Night, dude.
Yeah, so
All
it
right.
just ain't worth it. That'll be the last time I even entertain some shit like that. I get another call like that because I know they're gonna spread the word. Well, we was over at the legal aid building. I'll be like, well, you know what? We had a horrible experience, so we're not doing that anymore. But sir, we're paying. It's not enough money.
Now you just need to give them the Eddie Meeks fee. Like, look, that's fine. Y'all can have these motherfuckers.
Well, I'm a older, distinguished gentleman. I haven't gotten to that
I need a
grimy
stack
part
or two
in my life
I
yet.
need a stack or two a day to put up with this bullshit.
I think my executive director is gonna push me to, hey James, get us some more checks like that.
Are you gonna break me off? I will.
I mean, I'm gonna have to do something, man. Because if I gotta do shit like that, it's crazy. And they were still trying to come in the building. I was like, hey man, look, I told you, Scout. Due to COVID protocols, there's no one allowed in the building, sir. Can we just have somebody come out the front door? No, that would mean I would have to let them in the building. We're not doing that. Can't you CGI some shit? And like, the fuck out of here, man.
Can't you CGI some shit?
So that was the start of my bust of a weekend, man. Because I just, from that point on, I was just exhausted all weekend. Like, I ain't really leave the house.
Yeah, I understand.
Shit.
All right.
Today was a bust. This is a highlight of my weekend.
Meeks
right
is
here.
Trying to be over here like 6 o'clock tonight, 5 o'clock.
I was coming over here to do lunch, homie. I was this far away from you finding me on your back porch on the grill already. Like, hey, homie, I got these burgers ready.
You know what? Actually, I tell you what. You want to cook? You come over anytime.
Oh, now?
Yeah, you come. Natalie and myself will welcome you with open arms. You gonna cook for the 6 motherfuckers in this house?
Oh, shit.
Trust.
Man, that's what's up. How about you?
It was pretty good, man.
That's good. At least somebody had one. Shit.
I mean, it's always hectic, but like, I mean, I think
hope.
Yeah, I mean, I think when I talked to you Saturday, even though I was a little salty on Saturday, I think I took a 2-hour nap on Saturday. That's a bonus.
You can't front on that.
That's glorious. But we didn't have any sporting events to go to this weekend.
Awesome.
Like, I actually feel somewhat rested, but we're gonna kill all that tonight.
Yeah.
But other than that, man, we're rolling into episode 302 here.
302, man.
Coming off episode 300, which is actually really episode 565 if you throw in all the interviews.
But who's counting?
So, man, let's get into this shit.
Let's go.
Enough about Meeks and John.
Yeah.
This is Southern Vangard Radio. This is the best hip hop podcast mix show on the planet. We drop twice a week. So I say. And we drop twice a week. Tuesdays is a mix show. All the latest and greatest hip hop cut up and sliced up and mixed up and all that good shit like it should be done. Oh yeah, you saw PF Cutting's post last week. He was like, "How do you call it a mix show if you don't mix or blend or scratch?"
I did actually. Yeah. I've been trying to pump PF.
I love PF, dog. I love PF.
Tweets and shit up lately, man, because he just deserved that kind of respect. But I actually did see that shit. Yeah, I thought that was pretty dope.
No doubt.
Yeah.
But that's on Tuesdays. And Meeks and I are just, talking shit and fucking around, just having a good old time. And then on Thursdays, we have an interview session. So last week was the folks from the Elements doc. If you haven't checked that documentary out, DJ Bonds and DJ Breeze put together a super dope documentary on the LA hip hop underground scene and like what the late 90s, early 2000s Meeks.
Mm-hmm.
It's real fly. There's like I said, there's 266 or 67 interview sessions to go back and check from the who's who in this hip hop underground and this culture that we love and hold so near and dear to our hearts. So,
no doubt.
Please go follow, share, like, subscribe, leave a review on all your favorite platforms: Apple Podcasts, SoundCloud, Mixcloud, Spotify, and Google Podcasts, Stitcher Radio. We're on YouTube with the interviews and the interview sessions. We try our best to get up visuals, provided I hit record on all the right things, when we kick this thing off. So tonight we're doing that. So if you want to, head over to YouTube and follow us there. You get to see me and Meeks, what kind of hat we wore tonight and shit like that. and yeah, Meeks, we have some affiliates that help us spread the word as well.
Yes, atlhiphop.com. I am classic rawradio.net, Return of the Boom Bap, WRBB. X Squad Radio, X Squad affiliates, all of those in Atlanta, and then we venture out to the West Coast with Soul Public Radio, Cali.
Oh yeah,
yeah, man.
Oh man, I'm hyped tonight. We in the South tonight.
Yeah, we are, ain't we?
Well, usually we're up top or we're
Shouts out
west.
to Ozone.
Yeah, man.
We know what it is. been to Orlando plenty of times.
No doubt.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, tonight, courtesy of Chong Wizard Records, we have the one and only MidaZ the Beast.
MidaZ, what up?
What's up? It's really good.
It's you, man.
What's going on, big dog?
Oh, man. Everything is everything, bro.
All right.
Everything is everything. Everything is good.
Good, man.
Good.
I got to tell you, you have one of the more refined sounding mic setups.
I'm an artist, bro.
I know, but you know how it is, man. A lot of people don't take the time.
We'll talk. We can actually. That's a good subject to revisit in a couple minutes.
Okay, all right, perfect.
Your camera game on some 4K.
Yes, it's a good subject to revisit in a couple minutes.
Yeah, man.
I fuck with
this shit
this
don't
guy.
look like a flow model TV, man. This shit look good, man.
You know what I mean?
Hell yeah.
Not to mention, we turned the Zoom on tonight. This guy's drinking Woodford Reserve, so I mean, it's all bourbon everything tonight.
We must really be in the South tonight.
Hey,
you know.
Yeah, man.
So MidaZ, tell us about what's going on. I know Chong's getting ready to drop or has already dropped vinyl for a release from 2020, actually, which is kind of interesting. I want to dig into that. You have a new EP that dropped in July, and you just been on a tear, the past couple of years. So why don't we let's start with the vinyl and tape that dropped last week on Chong, and then we'll get into the new shit with Sharp and just catch up on everything.
Sure.
So tell us how this all came together, man. It's always like seeing like when folks go back and put older releases out on physical, it gives it a new life, and
it's one of those things where Sidewalk came out last year, man, right before the pandemic, and when Sidewalk hit, man, like I don't know, man, Sidewalk it's a special project, man. Like it's the kind of project where if I didn't do it and I just heard it, I'd be like, wow, this is different. You know what I'm saying? Like this doesn't, I'm super in tune to what's going on in this new rap indie renaissance, and I'm doing everything in my power to not do that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't want to do none of that shit. And I say that while humbly saying I can do all that shit. You know what I'm saying? I wanted to be able, Sidewalk. One thing that I'm big on, bro, is like I'm a writer. I'm a creative writer. You know what I mean? And I wanted to tap into flavors that a lot of this new rap renaissance won't tap into with that project. And what that is, I don't need to be the most gangster all the time. I don't need to be the biggest drug dealer all the time. I don't need to be. You know what I mean? Like, I got dimensions to this shit. You know what I'm saying? So, like, Sidewalk is one of those projects where there's a lot of colors, man, to the project. So, anyway, when that project came out, Chong Wizard really, as a lot of people did, he took to it. And I had no plans on releasing that project on vinyl, man. It was something, it came out, and then I'm on to the next one. You know what I'm saying? And
okay.
I think Chong was really fucked with that project in a high velocity way and was like, bro, we gotta do a physical for this. Okay. He's like, yo, it's my favorite project from last year. Like, we gotta do a physical for this.
Really?
So I'm like, yo, let's do it.
All right. How do you know Chong? You guys know one another before, or?
A little bit, man. I actually did a feature. I did a couple features on some stuff that he had produced and things that he had put out on a couple of his projects before, the Soulstone joints he's been doing or whatever.
Oh yeah, yeah. Infinity Stone, yeah.
Infinity Stone. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I did a couple features for those.
Yeah,
and,
I remember those.
I used to actually. I've been tapped into Chong. I was tapped into Chong for a stretch, but what really kind of connected me and him was when I did a project for Loretta with my man Observe.
Yep. Gotcha.
And Observe was like, yo, I need to put you in contact with, like, yo, you'll really fuck with Chong. Like you and Chong you both into comic books and shit. Like I'm gonna link y'all up. So that's how we linked up. And, you know, ever since then, you know, I think Chong keep his eye out and, you know, I keep producing. So that's how we do.
Nice.
Yeah. Dope, man. So talk to us about Dell, man. Like, where's that relationship come from?
Oh, man. The Nomad.
Yeah.
That nigga's ill, bro. He's the illest. Like, all right. So, you know, I'm a MC with a producer's ear. So I know I'm a hard MC to work with because I'm trying to produce the project. You know what I'm saying? Like, even though I'm not making the beats, like I'm trying to make the beats in my head. I'm like, no. You got to move that. We're going to start it like this. So all the projects that I do, I'm putting them together. You know what I'm saying? I'm putting them together. A lot of times I'm picking out the samples and all that, right? So, you know, before really starting to work with Deli, I had put out this project called Loops. And I had put out Loops and Loops 2. Back in, I don't know, 2011, 2012, something like that. And, you know, when I put out the first Loops, niggas wasn't rhyming on loops like that. That wasn't what was happening in hip hop at the time. So, but I had this idea like, I just want to, you know, rhyme over this certain feelings. And a lot of times with producers, when I would send them a sample, like I'd have an idea for like, I really like the sample. I wish I can get somebody to flip it. I would send it to a producer. What a producer does is overproduce it. And flip it to where I don't want to fuck with it no more. You know what I'm saying? Like, nah, that's not really what I wanted you to do. And I was like, you know what, fuck it. I'm gonna just rhyme on the parts that I want to rhyme on. You know what I'm saying? Like straight like that.
Yeah.
So Deli, a cat that I knew from back in the day had actually referred Deli to me, and Deli started sending me beats. And he was just like, yo, Deli's from South America. So he was like, yo,
oh shit,
love your shit. So-and-so referred me. I think we'll have some, you know, likewise energy. So I'm like, okay. So I listened to some of the stuff and I was like, it's cool. There was out of 10 beats, maybe 2 of them I thought was pretty good. You know what I'm saying? And one of them was really good. Okay. So I did a joint over the one. I did a joint over the second one. And then I was like, you know, and then over like the next 6 months or so, maybe we did 2 or 3 more songs, right? Nothing ever happened with those songs, whatever. So I think he heard Loops 2. And a couple years later, he was like, yo, he reached out. No, I reached out to him because I wanted to use one of the songs. So I was reaching out to him for the stems. And he was like, yo, I got new beats. You should hear some of the new stuff. And I'm like, I mean like a couple years later, like 5 years later.
Oh, really?
Thing.
Okay.
And he's like, I got new beats. You should hear some of the new stuff. And I'm like, yeah, send it through. All the new stuff was fire. All the new stuff was crazy fire. Like next level fire. So I was like, damn, this dude got mad better. So he's like, he had sent through 5 beats. All 5 is crazy. I'm like, yo, send 5 more. The next 5 is crazy. Yo, send 5 more. The next 5 is crazy. I'm like, oh, your batting average is wow right now. You know what I'm saying? And he was like, well, I kind of see what tip you on, what you trying to do. And I was like, bro,
okay.
I've been waiting for somebody to see what tip I'm on, to see what I'm trying to do. Like, meet me halfway, nigga, because, you know. So, and then that's what happened, man. We just started working. And I'm, you know, the other ill thing is I'm a quick writer, you know. Going back to what you had brought up earlier, man, like, I engineer my own sessions. I record myself. I got the lab in the crib. You know what I'm saying?
You're not sitting on nothing.
Nah. I record everything I write.
Yeah.
Everything I write gets recorded immediately. You know what I'm saying? So like that's how I rock. And I don't really, I'm just not a slow worker. So it was ill to meet Deli because he's like that. So we started to develop this relationship where like he would just send me a text that would say check, which meant like, yo, check your email. I would check the email. Oh, there's 2 beats. So 3 hours later, I sent him an email that say check. Now you got 2 songs, right? So then tomorrow he sent me a text that say check, and that's like a demo mix down. And we just started doing that. We just started doing that.
Okay.
So, and you know, that ended up turning into where the Sidewalk is, man.
Well, you just kind of describe what the work dynamic is like with you guys, especially with you being on Orlando and him being in South America. But going back to early in the discussion where you were talking about the way you are as an MC and you try to produce the project as well. How did that work out with Deli? Was he cool with that, or was there some?
Well, I think that's a good question. I think that you know, I've been putting out projects for a lot of years. You know what I'm saying? So I think that Deli, this would have been his first real project. Mm-hmm. So I think he was very willing to take my leadership on that. And let me steer the ship a bit. And there was a moment though where, like I said, like there was a moment when I started to go, God, you getting really crazy with the beats. There was a moment where I said, you know what, bro? I trust you now. Okay. You organize that. You put that together. I don't even need. I'll still throw my ideas, but like I don't need to. You know, I looked at you. You ever heard how Mad Villain was put together, right? So like Mad Villain was put together where like, you know, Doom really put the album together. You know, all the skits, all the where things are gonna lay. Like Doom organized that. Like Madlib did all the beats, but Doom really had the vision for how that's gonna play. Right? That's typically how I work too. But I got to a point, man, and like the new project that me and Deli's working on, you know, that's a lot more in his hands than it is in mine as far as just putting it all together. You know what I'm saying? And making it one cohesive thing. Because I trust him now. You know what I'm saying?
So you guys probably both grew as a result of the project, right? You were able to step back and let someone else, you know, take the wheel or whatever, and he was able to grow as a producer and, you know. Right. That's dope, Facts. Man. That's dope.
Facts. Real good. Yeah, we did, you know, I got sick last year. I got cancer last year. So
oh my gosh.
Yeah, in beginning of January. So I was in the hospital for a month, right? I was in the hospital a whole month. Put Sidewalk out the month I got out of the hospital. I mean, the week I got out of the hospital. So I was in the hospital texting and finalizing, like approving mixes, you know what I'm saying? And like that. And then we put, I got out the hospital and started chemo and put Sidewalk out. And then instantly started working on Live Nigga Rap with Sharp, and instantly started working on a follow-up with Deli. And
damn,
you know, during the pandemic. And I think me and Deli did like 150 songs last year.
Wow.
God
so
damn, man.
We got a lot to choose from for this new stuff.
Wow.
So back to your cancer diagnosis, was this totally out of left field or like
totally out of left field?
Wow. And not to violate no HIPAA codes or nothing like that, but where are you now as far as
I'm 100% remission. You know what I'm saying?
That's dope.
I feel great. You know what I'm saying? I feel how I felt before I got sick, like 100%. You know what I'm saying? So it's a nice place to be in, but it was crazy. Last year was how the kids say? Last year was lit. You know what I'm saying? It was crazy.
Can you imagine getting diagnosed with cancer and at the top of 2020, just as all this COVID-19 shit was
while everybody was going through the pandemic,
you just had cancer.
Yeah, I was going through chemo. During the pandemic.
Dang.
You know what I'm saying? So it was funny because two quick things about that. The biggest thing that stressed me out when I was in the hospital, I was like, damn, yo, when I get out the hospital and I start chemo, I was like, all my niggas gonna be like going out and doing shit. And then I'm gonna be just like sick in the crib. It's fucked up. And then everybody got stuck in the crib. And I was like, all right, you know what I'm saying? And then I was like, damn, yo, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I gotta figure all this shit out. And like, what was funny was I had did a photo shoot. It took like 1 million pictures, like a week before I went into the hospital. So like, I was able to stay on social media even without, you know, even losing all my hair and all that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like, it was oh, and then the other thing was like, you know, the mask thing. I remember being in the hospital and the doctor was like, you know, chemo's crazy. Like, your immune system's not good. You're going to need to wear a mask in public. And I was like, wear a mask in public? Like, what the fuck? I was like, yo, I'm gonna stick out like a sore fucking thumb. I'm gonna be going to the
Motherfuckers
grocery
gonna know
store or
I'm
whatever.
sick
Like,
and shit.
yo, I'm gonna be fucked up.
Right.
And then everybody had to wear a mask. I was like, yo, this is everything that I was looking for. You know what I mean? So it was an interesting year, bro. But I'm in a good place.
Good, man. Sounds like it, man. I'm happy to hear that, man.
Appreciate you.
Wow.
Appreciate you.
Yeah, and the timing on that is just bugged out.
It is.
Well,
bro,
the timing for the record, and it's called "Where the Sidewalk Is." I mean,
bro, and it's deeper than rap, bro. Listen, it's deeper than rap. It's deeper than rap.
It gives me chills just thinking about it.
One more Sidewalk story, man, because I haven't even told this one in no interviews, but like, so Deli is a real. He's a perfectionist, but he's a perfectionist. He's an emotional perfectionist, right? So the album's got to feel a certain way to him before it feels complete. You know what I'm saying? So prior to me going into the hospital, we were kind of going back and forth about, I'm like, yo, the album is done. We got to move. And he's like, I don't know. I don't know. And we were kind of going back and forth about it. Are we done? Do we still need something? Da-da-da-da. So when I got in the hospital, and, I went in with stage 3, you know what I mean? Like it didn't the diagnosis wasn't hype. It didn't really look all that great. You know what I'm saying? So I remember telling him when I was, in the hospital bed, I'm like, my dude, we gonna put this album out because I don't know what's gonna happen. So we gonna get this record out because like, I want this shit to get out, right? And he was just like, because of the circumstances, he was like, yeah, we going. Like, let's just go.
Yeah, it got emotional real quick.
Yeah.
Like,
out
of nowhere, right?
Yeah. And what was crazy was we kind of fast tracked it because of it wasn't going to come out in February. We were going to push it back, but it came out and then the reviews came back so crazy. And there was a lot of like, yo, this is a breath of fresh air. And I was like, yo, we literally, because even up until that point, we did 150 songs last year. We put Sidewalk as like 13 songs, like 25 minutes.
Yeah.
But we were picking from like 55 songs or something. So like the way it got put together, it seems like this seamless, like, man, we worked on these it was just literally like, yo, that one. That's the album. And then when people hear it, they're like, yo, it's just real cohesive. I'm like, that shit worked out.
Damn, that's crazy, man.
Yeah, it was an ill scenario, bro.
Damn. Well, I'm glad you're on the other side of it,
Say word.
Just keep it together, man. Take care of yourself.
Absolutely.
Appreciate you.
Man.
Yeah. All right. So Where the Sidewalk Ends, it's been out on vinyl and tape now on Chong's record label.
Shout out Chong Wizard.
Yeah. I think isn't there some like a didn't PQ do like some ultra limited shit or something like that?
Limited the Hank McCoy version.
Yeah, that's killer.
Niggas is the beast. You know what I mean? So it's the Hank McCoy version.
Yeah. Big up PQ. And then
Gift Revolver did the original. So shout out Gift Revolver,
no doubt,
with the beautiful Shel Silverstein, rendition, and then of course I put my Sidewalk out, and then like 5 other motherfuckers put Sidewalk projects out last year.
Why did that happen? How did that happen after yours was out?
100%. My shit came out in February. You know what I'm saying? So then everybody else shit started coming out. It's not a coincidence, bro. You know what I mean? It is what it is. But look, I come from the era y'all come from. We didn't do that in the era that we came from.
Yeah.
If I
if I would have seen they shit, even if my shit was finished, we changing shit.
Yeah, that's dog. That's grounds for so many things to happen. You know what I'm saying? Them's whatever you want to call it, fighting words or fighting activity or whatever.
No, man.
Yeah, you just don't do that shit.
Do you know how many times I've seen motherfuckers use Vangard in the past fucking 6 years? That motherfucking word is everywhere now. It's fucking everywhere. I'm like, come on, man. Like, come on.
That's not hip hop, man. That's not hip hop, bro.
On top of that, you're an MC. You're a wordsmith, dude. Like, I mean, you have come on. Let's do something that's not our shit.
Yeah.
And the worst part is I know niggas seen it. It ain't like you ain't seen it.
No, right.
Exactly.
Right. Exactly.
No niggas seen it. What are we talking about? But it is what it is. But man.
Yeah. All right. That's dope, man.
Well, MidaZ, you earlier you documented the fact that you don't sell a lot of drugs and you know
Facts.
Yeah, you don't kill a lot of people, and
just in the raps.
You're not really that grimy.
I got a good job.
Yeah, and you just stated that you come from the same era we come from, so salute
Facts.
and respect for that. Let me ask you about this new dynamic of the limited edition, vinyl, CD, cassette, etc. What do you think about that particular this new wave of releases and everything like that?
I think it's a dope way for artists to, one thing about hip hop, man, we keep figuring it out. And the ill thing about hip hop is every time what we figured out gets fixed, we figure it out again.
Right.
And then it gets fixed and then we figure it out again. And I think this vinyl wave is a new way of figuring it out. Once everything went, the ringtone era came and everything was streamed, it was like, oh, how's motherfuckers gonna make money now? You know what I'm saying? All right, we're going to figure it out again. You know what I'm saying? We're going to do this limited thing. And then, I anticipate that there's going to be some solving to that where the industry figures out how to take that money out of our hands and that don't work no more. And then we'll have to figure out some other shit. You know what I'm saying? But I think it's dope in the sense of, there's a lot of kids, man. I had a big conversation with my brothers earlier today about this. There's a lot of kids that make decent money off rap, bro, just doing, and they don't got to be known.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not going to name no names, but I know guys that's, doing some, that got like 2,200 Instagram followers and make, I don't know, $6,000 every 2 months. I mean, that's not bad,
Okay.
For
No,
25.
man.
Hey, I appreciate you assigning a number to that because I've been kind of racking my brain about that lately. Like, what are the numbers associated with this new way of releasing music? Like, seriously.
I mean, start breaking it down like this, right? And this is just off the top of the head assumptions, right?
Of course.
Think about like people who are at the top of the food chain, right?
Mhm.
Somebody like Rock Marcy, right? So Rock Marcy, what he doing is he doing the digital on his website for what, like 40 bones before it dropped. Who knows how many he sells, but like, you could imagine, you know what I'm saying? So, how many does Rock Mars push?
Right.
That's digital 40 bones straight back into the pocket on day one. Right? This is not to mention guest appearances, right? Doing features. This is not to mention putting out the vinyl and in 4 different variants. And
right.
One of them is 30, one of them is 50, one of them is 100. You know what I'm saying? And there's like a lot of different ways the money comes in.
He said variants.
You know what I mean?
That was slick. I
Vinyl
like
variants.
You feel me?
Vinyl variants.
So
We
even
might have to
even
cut
on the
that out.
lower
Somebody
level,
might
they
take
do
that.
that. So there's
Right.
a lot of way the money can come in. You know what I'm saying? So there's money out there, and
That's
you don't
dope.
have to be you don't have to be Rock Marcy to get a piece of the pie. You know what I mean? Like you can still get a piece of the pie. So
Yeah.
I think it's dope.
We've had a lot of folks tell us, MidaZ, especially since COVID hit, that the past 18 months, it's the most money they've ever made in music. And
Facts.
But simply because a lot of people
Likewise.
are home. You've seen that as well.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. A
That's
lot of people
super
home with
interesting.
money, but not only a lot of people home with money, but a lot of people had time to make more music as well. So,
Mhm.
the opportunity to put out more product, to work on more product, to create more merch.
Shit goes hand
you know
in
what I'm
hand.
saying?
Yeah.
Yep.
You know what's overwhelming for us, though, MidaZ, is that because we're playing the music every week, we get so much music every week.
Sure.
Like
I didn't get enough burn up at Southern Vanguard, so I already know. I already know it's hard to it's hard to get on the playlist.
Yeah. So here's the thing, though. Here's the thing.
I'm well fucking
MidaZ, I done wrote your name down numerous times, man. Don't play with me right now, man.
Here's
I'm
the thing,
aware.
though. This is a great point, though. But here's a perfect example of how, and for better or worse, this is how we run the show from the very beginning. For the most part, is a perfect example is shit, we'll take this. We'll take your EP from July as an example. I went to Michigan for 3 weeks in the summer, and we didn't do the show for almost 4 or 5 weeks. You know how many records I don't know came out in that 4-week period? A lot. And we're not talking like 5 records. We're talking like 25 records.
Right.
Between EPs, LPs.
Shit, I was going to say 500.
Well, like, I mean,
it's a lot.
It's a lot. You know what I mean? And like, we're diggers, right? Like we dig. Like we want to. We're always looking for the new
quality.
Yes, and so we are continually, and we're always looking for the next shit. That's just that, like you said, that's the era we come from. So I mean, it could just be like an odd circumstance that like I didn't hear X record, and then like, I mean, I tell people all the time, it's a fucking miracle we even pull off this goddamn show every week between all the shit that we,
facts.
You know what I mean? So not to make excuses, but I'm just saying,
I get it.
Meeks and I are always like twirling this shit around in our head, like, golly, like how are folks making money at it, but and that's not the end all be all end result. For some folks, it might be. For a lot of folks, people are just doing it on the side. And like you said, it's nice to get $3,000 a month, right? And
you know what? The thing is, you're getting almost all the money with Bandcamp. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, Bandcamp makes it easy.
Right.
And with this, like, with Cash App and all these direct ways to make the money, you don't need much, bro. Like,
yeah.
All right. So like, if I'm at a point in my rap career where I have 100 people that will buy something every time I put it out, you know what I mean? Like,
right. Yeah.
And some artists like Westside Gunna, like Rock, they make it. Rock put out a project where he was doing $40 for the digital. I remember when it came out, I was like, damn, 40 for the digital? This thing is crazy.
Yeah.
Then I was like, well, fuck it. If he could do 40 for the digital, I could do 20.
Right.
Fuck it.
Yeah.
Like, if we doing that, you know what I'm saying? And like, motherfuckers bought it. So I'm like, you know what I'm saying? If they gonna buy it, then you're not overcharging it. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's kind of how I look at it. Like, if 100 people validate you, well, then I didn't charge enough then.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
The price is not only right for this moment, but the next time I might need to go a little higher.
Yeah, that's
it's
real.
dictated, but the price is dictated by
the
what
market.
you're willing to pay.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
So but like going back to if you sell, $1,000 is just 100 people for $10. So what if you sell it for $20? That's $2,000. That's easy money for a motherfucker who got the lab in the crib and can record on his own and put the music out whenever you want to.
Oh yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
You can't. I mean, if you're decent at your craft.
Correct.
And you're consistent enough, right?
Correct.
Then it's a lot better than fucking, doing whatever other, shit you got to do for fucking $2,000 a month, right?
Correct.
Absolutely.
Correct.
Damn, that's ill. I'm glad you brought that up, man. It is literally overwhelming, dude. Every week we get so much fucking music, man. It's just crazy.
But here's the thing, man, just from a rapper's tip with the overwhelmingness, like, my output has increased recently, man. And I've been newly, I mean, I think the cancer has something to do with it, man, because you come out of it and you're just like, you look at life a whole different way and there's all that. But the other part of it, man, is like, and I'm gonna just keep it funky. Like, these niggas is not out rapping me, bro. So like, I mean, and I believe that so wholeheartedly. Like, I'm not being, these niggas is not fucking with me. So I have a new, like,
you're like an axe to grind a little bit.
It's almost like an anger. Because like when I I'm gonna keep it a buck. When I see certain track lists and my shit ain't on there, and I see who's on there, I'm going, these niggas is tripping, bro. Like, nah.
You know who also says that?
Who is that?
Supreme Cerebral's on that shit too.
Oh yeah,
Supreme says that shit all the time. He's
I just did a joint with him. With Planet Asia, man. You know what I mean?
Supreme's a homie.
Supreme sleep with his fist balled up, Midas. It's real. It's real in the field with him at all times, man.
Bruh, like, I be listening to dudes like, yo, I love people like, yo, have you heard this dude? I'm like, that's the nigga you listening to? Like, you don't like rap, do you? You don't even like rap.
You don't really
right?
like it. You don't really like rap for real, dude.
Yo, because for motherfuckers that put so much effort into every look at my big bro PA, Planet Asia, right?
Man,
for a motherfucker that put so PA's nasty.
Yes.
That's fully agreed, right? We don't have no question on that.
Yeah,
so,
no question.
So for a motherfucker that puts so much energy into every line as that guy does, to put him next to some of these other niggas, it's like,
yeah.
So you thought that was good, and you thought that was good.
Yeah.
And it's like, these things don't match, my nigga. Like, there's no way. So like, it started getting me hyped where I'm just like, oh, I'm not gonna let if they sleeping, I'm not gonna let them sleep no more, man. I gotta put pressure on these motherfuckers. I want niggas concerned. I want niggas nervous. You know what I mean? I don't want to do songs with these niggas. I don't want to do songs with none of these niggas. Like, I'm out for blood. You know what I mean? And that's kind of how I'm taking it moving forward, man. Somebody hit me up the other day, like, yo, you be on a lot of records, but you don't never have no features on your shit no more. You know, after AU, I'm like, I don't want these niggas on my songs, bro. I'm good.
I did notice that. I did notice that for sure.
I'm good, bro. I'm good. Yeah. I want blood. Unless it's my fan, unless it's people I really fuck with. You know what I mean? Like Wordsworth and Blueprint and Planet Asia and niggas I personally know. That's my guys.
Yeah,
you know
friends, homies.
Yeah. But the rest of these niggas, I'm good. I don't need no new friends, bro. I got enough.
Yeah.
No doubt.
Yeah. All right. So the new EP's out now. It's been out since July. Let's talk about it. You got a bunch of videos. Like, it's everywhere.
Yeah, shout out my brother Sharp.
Yeah.
That project, man, that project is me and Sharp. That's my guy for a long time. You know what I'm saying? Like, Sharp worked with me on Loops and Loops 2 and just a lot of different shit. And it's my brother, man. We get down real heavy. We got another project on the way. You know what I mean?
But I was going to ask you about the video, man. Like, I saw the video. I didn't know Sharp was from New York. And I saw the video, and you're like you guys are like in like winter clothes. And I'm like, I know they did not shoot this in Orlando. There isn't a single day of the year when you could. I can't remember which video it was. Maybe it was the season. Yeah. There you go.
Yeah. It was not the season for winter clothes. We were a little warm.
Were you? Okay.
We were a little warm. But look, we can't get fly in Orlando, so we had to go somewhere else to shoot these videos.
That's exactly what I thought. I was like, you can't wear clothes like that in Orlando.
Nah. So the project is dope. The whole title kind of just harkens back, obviously, the Nas song, but it really harkens back to exactly what we've been talking about, bro. Like, live nigga rap. Like, whatever happened to like rap being not so friendly, bro? Whatever happened to like I remember when I was coming up, like, if I was nice and motherfuckers would come at me. It was like, yo, I'm not your man. You know what I mean? Like, people would test your armor. You know what I'm saying? And like, it just wasn't so safe. So you had to be nice before you opened your mouth. You had to be ill. You had to have an air of confidence about you, or dudes was gonna walk you out the room. They was gonna laugh you out the building. Nah, like, you can't get down with us. You know what I'm saying? Like, so rap. I'm trying to take it back to when rhyming was an exclusive club, when not everybody could do it.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? You couldn't just buy Pro Tools and say, yo, I'm a rapper now. You had to go outside and you had to rap in front of people, and other people had to validate you. Other people had to say, respectable people had to say, nah, son, he's nice. You know what I mean?
One of the main things I noticed, and this might be a personal observation or whatever, is rap is gender neutral right now. We come from a time where it was really masculine. For better or for worse, you know what I'm saying?
Facts.
And that's not what we dealing with right now. You
Facts.
know,
it's just there's an open mic in town. You know, I hate to put them, on blast, but like, bro, you go there. If you stand on the stage, they'll clap for you. Like, if you stand on the stage and you try to rap, they'll clap for you. They'll be like, yo, good job.
Participation trophy.
I'm like, what the fuck are we doing? Like, this is what rap is now? You could just rap and be all right. Like, nobody will tell you got to get better. Nobody will. All they'll tell you is, well, somebody likes it, so, cool.
I've heard stories, with this new wave or whatever, and a lot of people, and I know you know these stories too, MidaZ, that
Facts,
have like never done a show before.
No,
Like they have fucking
fam.
20 records out, and they're worried about going to New York to do a show because they've never been on a fucking stage before, dog.
We gonna have to have offline conversations so we can talk about some of this.
We can trade stories
with names.
Yeah.
Oh
with
my
names.
God.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nah, it's ugly, bro. But that's what it is, and that's why.
Yeah, we'll call
I'm
you
so
back in
passionate
20
about-
minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah, right. Look, that's why I'm so passionate about. Nah, bro. Like this is what it looks like. This is what it looks like. Like you motherfuckers never sat in a room with me and Planet Asia going verse for verse for 2 hours. Where I'm pulling up a verse and then he looking through his shit, he pull up a verse, then I'm like, oh, let me pull. And we like just trying to test the sword. You know what I'm saying? And then walking away like,
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like that's energy right there. You know what I mean? Like that's different. So
no doubt.
that's the energy I'm trying to bring, you know, moving forward. And it started with Live Nigga Rap.
Yeah, it is.
That's dope.
Hell
All right, so that's out now digitally, right? It's an EP.
It's out digitally.
Yeah.
We'll probably do something for it at some point.
Okay. All right. Beautiful. Yo, I got one thing I wanted to ask you about before we get out of here, man. What's up with this Rock Marcy interview from 2010?
It's random, right?
That's wild. How did that happen? Like, what is it? What's
my history is ill, bro. I do a Twitch, and in my Twitch, I do a Twitch every week, and I talk about a lot of these stories, man, because motherfuckers just don't know people I've ran into and, you know what I mean, whatever. But I've been knowing Jazz for a long time. You know what I'm saying? I've been knowing Jazz for a stretch. I mean, I think me and my man I Make Mad Beats first linked up with Jazz, I want to say like 2007, 8 steez. And we was just talking back and forth. And I actually just met Jazz for the first time like a month ago. But we had been on the phone and we had been texting and just communicating from way back then. That's how, you know, Rock Marcy ended up on my first album or whatever like that. But at the time I was doing a radio show in Orlando called Our Show. With
Conscious.
Yeah, no doubt. Yeah.
Shout out my brother Conscious.
Yeah, we're familiar.
Conscious.
Yeah,
haven't you been there?
Big.
I was there once. I was there with Willie Evans.
That's bro. I'm gonna see Willie Evans next month.
Yeah, we had a show in Orlando and we did our show before the actual show.
Yeah, we kicked around Orlando a little bit, MidaZ.
Y'all supposed to holler at me.
Yeah.
Party foul.
Yeah.
This was not last week.
This is 15 years ago. We were running around with DJ Fisher and shit down there.
Yeah.
You know that's my man too.
Yeah.
DJ is? Yeah.
Domination Rec.
No doubt.
DJ is the one who set me up to put out AU with Kevin Nottingham.
Okay.
So shout out DJ Fisher. Like he was the connection with Kevin Nottingham. But nah, so Conscious was really, you know, we were doing the show and I told Conscious, I was like, yo, I think I could get Rock Mars. And he was like, yeah, get him. And so I hit up Jazz and we set it up.
Nice.
That's
but
crazy.
I wanted to interview Rock Mars because I thought Rock Mars was an amazing MC. I think he's an amazing MC, but I wanted to talk to him about MCing from an MC's perspective.
Yeah.
So that's kind of what that interview was.
It's got to be ill to interview him now and then like see like
versus,
his evolution. That's got to be crazy.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So
we might have to do a part 2 to that because that was a fun interview.
Yeah. And for those that hadn't heard it, did he really get into it? Like you wanted to talk to him about MCing? Did he go there? Or did he kind of?
I mean, he did, but you know, he did it his cool Rock Mars way.
Got you. Okay.
He's the coolest motherfucker you ever met in your entire life.
I believe
sure
that.
he is.
I believe that.
In any room he's in, he's de facto the coolest motherfucker in the room.
Yeah.
If Jay-Z's in a room, he's not the coolest motherfucker in the room.
Right.
Rock is cooler than everybody. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, it's just what it is. I've seen him in a room with a lot of people and he stands out and he don't be trying to stand out.
Right. Yeah.
He's ill. He's super ill. So shout out Rock Mars.
Yeah, that's dope. Yeah, that was some random shit I came across MidaZ when I was just getting
that's
things
interesting.
together. That's
I don't even think people know about that. For a long time, man, the name MidaZ was hard to lock into one person. I had a lot of stuff out in different places, and I don't know that everybody knew that. Oh, that's all the same person. You know what I mean? I think it's because it all seemed very random. throughout the years or whatever.
Yeah, I think I got there because I was just looking for some history about you. So I just typed in. I mean, one of my tricks is when I'm doing prep topics for this stuff, I just put in MidaZ the Beast interview. And then, like, if you go far enough in, I mean, back to like kind of the digging point, when you go 6 or 7 pages in to Google, I'm like, MidaZ interviews Rock Marciano. And I'm like, what the fuck is this? And then it was like from 2010. I'm like, holy shit, that was 11 years ago. Like, what the fuck is this? This is ill.
I don't even think that was, that's pre all this wave. That's pre all this wave.
100%.
We did that right when Mossberg dropped.
Right. Right.
The good brother Peyton Locke played Mossberg for me. Just rest in peace, P. Locke.
No doubt.
He played Mossberg for me and Zarism at his crib late night. Yeah, I just saw Zar late at night at his crib. His girl was making us tea. And he was like, yo, I got that new Rock Mars. This was like 2009. So the project, Mossberg doesn't drop till 2010. This is the unfinished mixes, everything. Shit. And he and then I was like, yo, can I get that? He's like, yeah. He just fucking gave it to me. And so we had been listening to Mossberg maybe a year or two before it came out.
Wow.
And so we already was ready to, like, oh my God, this shit is amazing. Like it's gonna change the game. So yeah, we was up on that early, me and Zar and P. Locke. I don't know how he got it, but he had it.
Well, that's how Peyton rolls, dude. I mean, he's got the shit,
That's big bro, man. I love that. I love P. Locke, bro. That's my guy.
Yeah. Yeah.
We was in the middle of a project when he passed, man. And,
really?
And yeah. We got maybe 5 or 6 in the chamber.
Yeah.
And it's just crazy because with the cancer shit that I went through, it just even was more like, man, my brother, yo. So shout out P. Locke, bro. That's my guy. Love him to death.
Big Peyton. No doubt. All right, man. Well, MidaZ, man, we could talk all night, dude. We definitely have to do a part 2.
Like I said, we'll call you back in 20 minutes, man. I had a real shit. Cameras off, just audio, man.
Yeah, just audio. Nah, look, yo, guys, whenever, bro, like I I love what you guys do. I support you guys, and anything I can, do. I'm always around to do it. So
all right,
keep in tune.
So MidaZ, tell everybody where they can go support you, buy some music, socials, all that shit.
Yeah, IG, at MidaZ the Beast, Twitter at MidaZ. The website is sharpgoldteeth.com, although recently sharpgoldteeth.com has been hacked, apparently.
Okay.
So I've been working on trying to get the domain back correctly. It's been a little bit of a struggle, but sharpgoldteeth.com is the website, and Midnight Society Music got a lot of stuff coming. A lot of stuff with Deli, a lot of stuff with Sharp. Me and Zarism doing a little thing.
Okay.
Zarism and I Make Mad Beats got a project coming.
Dope.
And just a lot in the stash, bro. So keeping it trucking.
No doubt.
All right. MidaZ, thank you, boss.
We appreciate
you, man.
One love.
Enjoy the rest of your evening.
We'll be in touch, all right?
Shout out Chong Wizard, man. That's my guy.
No doubt. Chong Wizard Records.
Yep.
All right, MidaZ.
Peace.
Thank you, brother.